Cason,
No, I'm good. I'm good now.
when they tied the game at 101, just what flipped for you guys to go on the run that you did after that?
I feel like we were being more aggressive once they, tied the game. We were on our heels for a while, and it was time for us to flip that switch and, do what we did in what was at the second quarter and just turn the pressure back up. We knew that they struggled with that when we were being more aggressive to touch paint and all that. So I feel like that's what flipped.
For you, obviously, you've gotten a lot of opportunity here just with the amount of guys out. But for you, how important has this stretch been in terms of developing parts of your game that you could use later on?
It's great because, I'm seeing different looks and I'm being in different situations where, if I'm in them later down the road, my teammates will know how I'll react. I know how they'll react. So just seeing that look and it'll be good for us later down the road.
I think you made like your first 7 shots, something like that. I mean, just have you kind of found that balance between you obviously know you're being counted on a little bit more to score, but you also have to still do it within the team and do it efficiently as well.
They were pretty open looks. So just taking what the game gives me, not trying to force anything or, be outside of my body. Just, take the open shots, make good shots.
Cason, well, you have been very consistent with your work, but just to take the lead that you're taking this season, can you identify any like turning point that allow you to take this lead?
Unfortunately, we have some guys out, and we want them back. But with them being out, I have the ball in my hand some more. So just being able to make the right play, and my teammates believing in me and trusting that I make the right play, is working in my favor.
Cason, as a guy that closes out on a lot of shooters, can you put in perspective how hard some of these shots that Isaiah Joe's making right now are?
Man, he hit some tough shots, 2 and 1 threes back to back. It's crazy, but yeah, he's taking some shots where they're going up, and as a defender, you're like, I hope this doesn't go in, and it doesn't touch the rim. Yeah, it does something to the defense for sure.
And I think you were kind of touching on this earlier, but the straight line drives that you're getting in the half court, those are, I mean, that's what teams want to try to take away. What is it about your work in the pick and roll or in some of these actions that's allowing you to get those, great angles to the rim?
First of all, I got a great screen setter, Hart. So just being able to come off a ball screen and just see the big in front of me gives me a chance to get downhill and use my speed to get around them.
Cason, Lou pointed out the amount of energy that it takes to do what you're doing recently, when it's taking on a larger offensive load, but also still taking on those tough defensive assignments that you do each night. Are you noticing any more, extra energy that you have to spend from game to game at this point?
Definitely. I always been a guy that played on both ends of the floor, so I know the energy that it takes, but haven't really done it as much at this level. So I know it's going to take a lot of energy. Got to just be mentally strong and push through it.
How helpful is it for you as a perimeter defender to play pressureful defense when you got a guy like Adair Hartstein, a rim protector like him behind you?
It's great. So I can be up there. I can be aggressive. I don't have to worry about, blocking shots or getting beat at the rim because I got, guys like Harden, Chet at the rim, Jay Will. So I can be more aggressive.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Cason.
Lou, this group has been through so many battles together. When you're faced with kind of a wild swing in the game like that, what is it about you all that remains calm to be able to just punch back there in clutch time?
Yeah, I would say we've been in a lot of those situations before. Obviously still without having our main guys, we know that we got to execute and find the best shot that we can get. And I feel like, obviously credit to the Raptors. I mean, they didn't give up on, and when down the stretch, we just had to find the best shots, which we did.
You guys held Barnes and Ingram to 30 points on 31 shots. I mean, that type of efficiency you're going to take every night, I would assume. What goes into just sort of the steady drumbeat of that possession after possession?
Yeah, just biggest thing. Just make it tough for them. Obviously, they go to those guys a lot. They all-stars, really good players. They make a lot of plays for them. So, the fact that we have, good defenders, being able to pressure them and make it tough for them, which we did a great job of that tonight.
It seemed like there were real extended pockets of the game where you guys sort of used their aggressiveness, their pressure against them on offense, particularly late. You got a couple of those mid-range jumpers just kind of escaping the pressure. What went into those moments of the game?
Execute, really. I mean, they defend really well. The pressure that the way that they turn us over, was really tough. So we just had to find a way to break that. Obviously, it's hard to pressure 48 games, and down the stretch, we were able to adjust to that and get to good shots, and we did that towards the end of the game.
Do you think this process you guys are going through with Jalen and Shea out and Cason closing, you're closing in terms of your offense, do you think it's going to pay off? Do you think it's going to be a positive thing for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we never know what can happen. Obviously, when we get to the postseason, we want to be able to have all the, options as possible. I feel like, us getting those type of reps, can help you down whenever we get to the postseason. So, we try our best to make the right play. Obviously, it's kind of new for us, but, we just got to be out there and be confident. I mean, we're all basketball players. I mean, it's okay to miss shots, but, you just got to get the right one, which, I find a couple good looks, and Case will find a couple good looks as well.
Cason's a guy who, as soon as he joined the team, really bought into his role and what he needed to do right away. But what has it been like now to get to see him sort of expand his role and show what he can do?
It's big. I mean, obviously we see it in the workouts and in the off seasons, and we know the stuff that he's able to do. Obviously, having some of the guys out, he gets to show the world. I mean, he's for a guy in his third year now. He's so comfortable. Even though he's not getting that much reps like that, when we have the whole team. But what he's doing is amazing to see, and he's just confident. He's a really good player.
You spoke before the game, earlier today, I should say, about coming back to this arena. Just what was it like before the game, signing autographs? You got people showing so much love to you, even during the intros and stuff like that. What's that like for you?
Yeah, it was great. Like I said, I have a lot of memories here. When I was young, actually, the first game I attended here was against Raptors was playing OKC, which is crazy now. Turn back, but it was just good. Always great to see the Canadian fans. The people that cheers for all the Canadians in the NBA. It's never easy to make it to the NBA, and the fact that whenever guys from Canada do it, whenever we come back here in Toronto, they always show love.
Remember how long ago that was?
That was Russ was on the team, Steven Adams was on the team. That was my senior year in high school. Yeah. So a couple years ago.
Someone who's lived the experience of obviously defending a high-level player for 48 minutes and then on the other end of the floor carrying a heavy offensive load. Can you kind of speak to the energy that it takes for a guy like Cason to be able to do that?
Takes a lot. Obviously, you got to be conditioned for that and prep really well for that, which he does. He's doing so much on both ends of the floor right now. It takes a lot of energy, and he got it. Like I said, he's a confident player. He's ready for those type of moments. I mean, his defense is always going to show out. Now he's just showing how good of an offensive player he is.
He's always been pretty confident. Are you noticing any more confidence in him, particularly than the offensive end?
I mean, it's always hard to read Cason. His face never changes, but you can just tell. I mean, we've seen Cason in a lot of big moments, and he hits so many big shots since he's been in the league. So, we just know he's confident. Yeah.
Some of the contestedness on Isaiah Joe's threes right now is just, wild as somebody who is in the position of guarding those types of shots and shooters. Can you just put in perspective the heater that he's on right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to guard. He's a hot shooter. He's gonna let it fly, and then when somebody shoots the ball like that, you got to try your best to contest and make sure he doesn't shoot it. So, it doesn't matter who's in front of him. He's always gonna shoot it, and then his shot never changes. It's always the same shot, and obviously the rules. He's got to be able to land, but he's always gonna be ready to shoot, and we want him to be aggressive like that.
We've got two questions in the branch. Go ahead.
Bienvenue, Lou. Félicitations pour la victoire. Est-ce que le fait d'être à Toronto, au Canada, est-ce que ça a une motivation supplémentaire de jouer contre les Raptors?
Toujours. c'est sûr que j'ai grandi à Montréal. Les Raptors, c'est une équipe que j'ai regardée souvent quand j'étais jeune. Mais non, le fait que je viens ici, toute ma famille est là, mes amis proches. Ça, à chaque fois que je joue à Toronto, c'est comme un événement pour ma famille. Tout le monde, ils ont du plaisir. Hein. On est capable de passer du temps ensemble, d'aller manger, tout ça. So, c'est toujours une motivation d'être capable de jouer devant ma famille.
Vous avez fait une bonne défense contre Ingram. Quelle est justement comment est-ce que c'est dur de défendre contre quelqu'un comme Ingram ce soir?
C'est ça, toujours. C'est un All-Star. C'est un gars qui a beaucoup d'expérience. Ça fait longtemps qu'il est dans la NBA aussi. Je l'ai vu souvent, surtout quand on a joué contre lui dans les playoffs. So, je suis quand même adapté à son game. Mais quand même, c'est toujours dur. Il y a un avantage à cause de sa taille. Il est plus grand que moi. Mais le truc que j'essaie toujours de faire, c'est de faire en sorte que ça soit difficile pour lui. Je toujours essayer d'être devant lui puis que ça soit difficile tout le match.
Merci.
Ouais.
Thank you.